Madam Vandana Gurani, Additional Secretary Health, and Dr. Manohar Agnani, Additional Secretary Health, Dr. Sumita Ghosh, Additional Commissioner, and I understand there are a lot of relevant people who are very passionate about the health of the newborns and mothers who have joined us in this program. Though it is a brief program, apparently organized on a low scale, but its potential and its implications are huge for the society. I understand that there are a lot of other stakeholders from our development partners, United Nations organizations, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, the National Neonatology Forum people, the gynecologists belonging to FOXI, the Federation of Obstetrics and Gynecological Society of India, also the doctors belonging to the doctors and nurses belonging to IAP and Indian Academy of Neonatal Nursing. There are a lot of relevant organizations who are involved in this particular program, and I have had the privilege of being involved with all these organizations for almost over 25 years now, in some way or the other. And I fondly remember that this similar activity I had been a party to in 2014 also, when I was Union Health Minister here for about 6 months or so. And a big program had been organized in New Delhi in the presence of the WHO's country representative and also Mr. Bill Gates and Madam Melinda Gates. And I'm so happy to learn that today what we have released is a comprehensive account of what the Indian government and more particularly the Ministry of Health and the relevant section in the ministry dealing with maternal and child health and the newborns health. They have given a detailed report about what they have been able to achieve during the last 6 years. They are talking about the road ahead, and most of the targets that were envisaged in 2014, they have all been achieved. The figures around neonatal mortality rates and stillbirth rates and all, they all speak about these targets. So it's a very happy occasion, and this is an occasion where we have to remember the great contribution of our former Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, because it was this newborn week. This concept was introduced under his leadership in the year 2000, and I know because I had been very closely associated with Atal ji. He was a very passionate person. He had a huge passion for the field of health also. He had a huge passion for children. He had a huge respect for women. He had a huge commitment for issues related to health of women and health of children. And I recall his contribution more particularly because when as health minister I had the privilege to, or maybe I call it not a privilege, I call it a blessing of God, that I was blessed by God to dream about a polio-free India, and that was the year 1994. And Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji used to be the leader of opposition in Parliament under Sri Narasimha Rao ji. But in every activity that we did in Delhi, big activities, we could see the heart of Atal Bihari Vajpayee for the polio affected children when he would participate in many programs. I fondly remember that he walked, literally walked from Maulana Azad Medical College to Lady Hardinge Medical College with the medical students to participate in the polio eradication movement. And even as the Prime Minister of India, this 2000 activity, I am sure, must have been born in a cabinet meeting. There was a cabinet meeting in under him, where because it was dreamt, or you can say resolved uh, by WHO to eradicate polio by 2000. And when 2000 was approaching, the central government had organized a cabinet meeting. Briefing for that cabinet meeting was done at that time by Mr. Pramod Mahajan. I remember all that. And in that meeting itself, they had pledged that we must do whatever is possible for polio eradication, because the year 2000 is approaching fast, and huge number of activities were done. And I'm sure that this idea of this newborn week must have been born in similar such meetings. And now from 15th November to 21st November, though we are organizing this function at the end of the week, but the good thing is that the department and all the stakeholders, all of you have done a great job. And there is a detailed description about what has been done in the last 6 years. This is the India Newborn Action Plan. And then to, of course, to achieve our goals, you have deliberated on the issue in great detail, produced detailed guidelines and about newborn stabilization units training for the participants, and also for the facilitators. These are detailed guides. Then there is a Navjat Shishu Suraksha Karikram 2020, where there is a detailed manual for the resource persons about resuscitation and essential newborn care. I think this itself speaks volumes about the commitment of the present government and the ministry and the people working in the ministry about the fact that when we talk about a plan, when we declare a plan, when we release a program, then it's not about just talking about it theoretically or in an academic manner, but it is about ensuring that all the tools that are required to realize that dream or that program or the targets that we want to achieve, what we wanted to achieve by 2020, we have described last 6 years after the India Newborn Action Plan was released to the country in 2014. And now we are planning for the next 10 years also, and that also has been put up in a good way. Navjat Shishu Suraksha Karikram 2020, flip chart, resuscitation and essential newborn care. It is a, I think, fantastic account of the things that have been done. As you all know that my commitment for the health of children in particular and the mothers also is beyond, at least I cannot describe that, because in the society they are the pivot for everything. In the family also the mother is so important, the children are so important, and all of us who have been either fathers or grandfathers, we know what is the sentiment around a newborn child or a child who is about to be about to see the whole world. And those sentiments give us that strengthen our resolve to an extent which is beyond, I think, any imagination, that we must do whatever best is possible to give utmost attention and care. There should not be even an iota of lapse in that care, and all aspects, whether it is training, whether it is educating, whether it is involving the society or the stakeholders or the health professionals or the parents or the mother or whosoever is relevant, they all have to be involved in a big way. And fortunately, the organizations who are involved in the care of mothers and the newborns and the young children, they are all organizations with huge amount of passion. I can particularly say that these organizations like Indian Academy of Pediatrics, I can say about the Federation of Obstetric and Gynecological Society of India, and also about this National Neonatology Forum, that the passion with which they work, these are, although there are many other organizations also who are basically having professionals, specialists, and all, but the organizations of these pediatricians and gynecologists, I have seen their passion from the closest of quarters while I enjoyed being the health minister in Delhi. The way Foxy developed and delivered the Matri Suraksha Abhiyan for the capital of India. And that Abhiyan became so popular. All the top gynecologists, from Dr. Kamal Bakshi to Dr. Agrawal to all heads in All India Institute of Medical Sciences and other hospitals in Delhi, they were all involved with so much of passion, and they created that one day, 10th of every month, that system created at hundreds of places in Delhi. And I remember that in a place like Delhi itself, in a day 50,000 pregnant women could come to that various facilities. And in a place like Delhi itself, many of the mothers who were likely to deliver their second or third child, they were experiencing for the first time an institutionalized delivery mechanism. That was in fact news to me also at that time. And the commitment and the passion of the Indian Academy of Pediatrics and the other forums, I say this because they are the people who must be watching this program. I want to acknowledge their contribution, and the dream that was born in my heart or my mind or my soul to work for polio eradication, I think the whole stimulus, extreme stimulus for that was given by the people belonging to the Indian Academy of Pediatrics. They only made me realize that India is home to 60% of the polio cases of the world, and that is where they have been pursuing all the immunization schedules. They have been pursuing with us that a child, it's not only necessary that we prevent neonatal death. This is very shocking that in spite of the progress that we have made, 6 lakh deaths still we are having of neonates. I think that is something, even if for a person, for a family where there is a death, it is 100% death. It is not about data or statistics. Even if you reduce this 6 lakh to 1 lakh, or you reduce it to a few thousand, I think even one death which is preventable, that everything has to be done to see that that doesn't occur. And that's what I always share about the maternal mortality also, that the pregnant mothers, I think for them, pregnancy should always be a boon. It should never become a curse. And this is where we are all, I think, working and striving to ensure that we will prevent every death of pregnant woman or a neonate which is preventable. And I am sure that majority of the deaths that occur, they are preventable. We have to just, as I said when I talked about that Suman program, which is a fantastic program that has been developed by this ministry and which is being propagated about ensuring that there is a zero tolerance for refusal of providing the services to the pregnant mother in the country, in any sector, at any time, at any place. And that is what we are saying, that all this issues about equity and dignity for the newborn at all the places, all the time. So the whole idea of this whole campaign and developing these training manuals and everything is that even the minutest cause which is likely to hamper the either the development or the delivery, or you can say the survival of the newborn, we are giving most meticulous attention to even that cause and finding out mechanisms where we can you see plug those loopholes or the gaps and see that particular cause is taken care of. That is what in Suman also you have done, and I am sure that in the strategy that we have developed for the next 10 years for the continuation of the India Newborn Action Plan, it will also ensure that we improve significantly over what we have done in the past 2 decades since the time this India Newborn Week was, planned, and the country took a pledge to prevent every newborn death. I am sure that today's function, where so many things have been released, they will be communicated in the best possible manner to all relevant stakeholders, not at a macro level, but at the micro level. And when we say micro level, delivery is taking place all over the country, in all the villages, at all the health facilities, and newborns are born everywhere. And every newborn, whether he or she belongs to a poor person or whether he belongs to a rich person, whether he is born in a primary setting like primary health center or a district hospital, or whether he is born in a super 5-star type of hospital, it's a question of the right of everyone, right to be able to live and live with dignity, live with good quality health. And that is where the health secretary also mentioned about other programs like Poshan Abhiyan and all those things, whereby we are not only ensuring his survival, but we are also taking care of his other issues like nutrition and all. And of course, when the child grows, we have to take care of his health continuously, and also about the education and so many other things. So I think today is a day to be more and more enthusiastic about the subject. And as all of us appreciate that there is so much of emotion around this issue. It is a technical issue, but it is an emotional issue also, because seeing the or imagining the death of a newborn in any family where we have seen from the conception to the time of the birth, the type of emotions and the type of care that actually goes into the development of that child. And of course, he or she is a potential asset for the country, who is going to grow up and of course deliver the best possible thing back to the country. So it has to be seen like a huge potential human resource also, and the right to be able to live and survive with dignity, and having all those equity and access issues for everything, all facilities, we have to protect as health ministry. And I am sure that all the development partners, UN organizations who work specially for the children's health, they I know are also very passionate. I can assure them on behalf of the ministry and our colleagues here that we want to do the best, not only for our own country, but we want to do the best in the whole world, and we want to achieve the parameters which no one has ever achieved. That is why for most of the things we start dreaming about achieving the sustainable development goals much more much earlier than what has been you see targeted for the whole world. So I can assure the UN organizations, and I would request them also to put in their best foot forward and also brainstorm within themselves about what they can do over and above what they are already doing. And right now, our personal target, our government target, our Prime Minister's target is to deliver huge dividends to the people of India by 2022. That is the year when we achieve 75 years of our independence. He wants to deliver a new India to all Indians, and a new India where there is a smile on everybody's face, there is a smile on the family members of every pregnant woman, there is a smile on the faces of every mother, every father, every grandfather. There is a facility for health, education, nutrition for every child in the country. And of course, we want that by 2022, our maternal mortality rates, our under 5 mortality rates, our neonatal mortality rates, our stillbirth rate, all these things I think have to improve significantly. We want to ensure that in the new India, at the age of 75 years of independence, every child in this country should be receiving all vaccines in the universal immunization program, and we should be able to achieve a bare minimum number of mortalities which are absolutely unavoidable. Apart from them, everything that is preventable, we must put in our heart and soul to prevent that death. I think that should be the pledge for today. And with these few words, I would like to once again fondly thank Atalji for raising the attention level of the country to a, I think, very significant levels. Since 2000, this week is dedicated. Though the week is dedicated, but this is a subject for which we should not have even a minute's diversion of attention from this issue. Week is only to remind us and remind others, but for us it should be something inside our heart all the time, at every moment, and every moment should be to improve upon what we are already doing. So we promise to the country that we will try to do our best. We promise to the mothers, we promise to the children that we shall not leave any stone unturned to see that you do well, the mothers do well, and the children do well in our country.